Hello and welcome to STAIR Tailored Videos. I'm Suzanne Forsyth. I'm with the University of Texas at Austin, and today we're going to talk about graphing ordered pairs using the concrete pictorial abstract framework and an XY coordinate pegboard. Now, again, we're going to stay really rooted in this concrete pictorial abstract framework because we want kids to connect those geometry-related terms, the different symbols, to the pictures that they're going to be using, and also understand how those relate to the real world of location and space. We're going to start with the abstract, and we're going to review that we have a lot of essential terms that kids need to know to be able to use the coordinate grid. They need to know what a line is. They need to know perpendicular, parallel, and point. All of these should be review. And then they're learning these new words: coordinate plane, axis, origin, ordered pair. They're going to also, in the abstract realm, have to deal with the notation that we use for ordered pairs. To help kids who struggle with which point comes first in an ordered pair, I generally will color code my axes. My axes. My x-axis will be green for go. It goes first. The red axis, the y-axis is red because red means stop. So this comes next. Oftentimes I will put the notation where the x coordinate is in green and the y coordinate is in red to help them understand which axis they're going to be looking at when they're trying to plot these ordered pairs. Okay, now we're going to move to the concrete part of the concrete representational abstract framework. And I'm going to look at a few different concrete ways of helping kids to experience what these terms mean and what the pictures mean in real life. One of the best ways to do that is to have a grid on the floor. Not everyone has this kind of space, but the kids are moving around plotting points on this grid. Another is, this is a magnetic grid stuck on a white marker board, and you can draw on it with dry erase markers, and you can also use magnets, and the kids can put the magnets in the different places according to the ordered pair. And this is an XY coordinate pegboard. I've heard it referred to as a sliding pegboard or an XY axis board, but we're going to use one of these here on the dock camera. I'm going to demonstrate how to use this coordinate pegboard to graph these two ordered pairs. Now, the neat thing about this coordinate pegboard is that these axes move back and forth, so it's really flexible. You can use it with all coordinates, or in our case, we're only going to use this first coordinate. Now, one drawback is that they don't come with numbers, and that's because you can use it flexibly. But for kids with math difficulties, they have a hard time visualizing where 5 is or where 10 is, so I numbered this. I also numbered it with green for the x-axis because green goes first, and red for the y-axis. We stop and wait to do y. X goes first and then y. We're going to graph these two ordered pairs, and I'm really wanting them to notice that if you reverse the order, they're actually totally different points. And that's why we have to do them as ordered pairs, with x always coming first and y always having to wait. So we're going to look at this first one. It's 5, 3. So what comes first, x or y? X comes first. X is green, 5, green, 5. So it's going to be here on the x-axis. Now, some kids will have no trouble going, okay, here's 5 on the x-axis, and then counting up 1, 2, 3 for the y-axis. Other kids are going to have a really hard time seeing that line going up. So you do have the ability to move this y over so they can see this straight line, and it's parallel to what would be the y-axis over here. And here's 5 on the x-axis, and then up 1, 2, 3. They come with these pegs where you can actually plot that point. Now, Only problem if you move that is then you have to be able to put the point back for the student. The next one is 3, 5. It's reversed. It's in the opposite order. But let's look at 3 on the x-axis. It's green. X-axis is green. It goes first. There's 3 on the x-axis. Again, you may have some students that have no trouble going, okay, it's got to be on this line and counting up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But you're going to have some students that might need to move this over and see how that line continues. Here's 3 on the x-axis, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the y-axis. And then we're looking at, these are 2 very different points, so that order of the pairs does matter. Thank you for joining us for today's STAIR tailored video, and we'll see you next time.